Okay, this is KissFlow demo. This is an example where there's going to be two users, one sort of representing OIG and one representing EEP. So imagine that this is EEG with a plan to create an email campaign that involves revenue or something like an event where we need a landing page, or even if we don't. So what I did is I just clicked on the email campaign workflow. This is just a temporary name for the current beta version of this workflow. So campaign name, let's call it the May Duck event. Coordinator is Daffy the Duck, but could be anybody. Campaign goal is get lots of ducks to attend, or also buy tickets. And then what pages will email need people to click to? Let's say new page on website, but you could say Eventbrite if it was something like that. Is there an ending date? So yes, May 16th. Event will be May 15th. And actually May Duck event 15 May 2019. Goal date for sending out the email. What would the goal date be? Let's say the 25th of April, absolute deadline 26th. And just a rough draft here for everybody to understand what we're talking about. This is not having to be the final email subject line, but we'll just put something in here that gets the gist going. So proposed line is join your duck friends for a party, May 15th. Brief description of content. Say what the party will be like, what to do, how much it costs, etc. Calls to action would be to click to website to buy tickets online, or call to buy. And then types of pictures needed, if any. So let's say we need some pictures of the duck pond and some duck family pics. Actually, some happy duck family pics. Other content needed. Description of the duck pond, including depth and how many fish are in it. And then there's a new landing page needed. So this could be yes or no, but this is a assumption, doesn't have to be a hard and fast yes, no, certain landing page is required, is not required. So we say yes because we think it would be good. So, all right, so now you notice this went away. It's sort of nothing there. I could click home if I wanted to see what's going on, and it shows that there's one workflow in progress. Now if I go to my login to KissFlow, I have a KissFlow category or label in Gmail, and I have a new email from KissFlow here. It says, or it's actually from this email address, which would be in this case, it's the address of the test coordinator, and it says input requested. So I click on that. It takes me right to the point where I need to do something. So what I'm seeing is, oh, okay, a May Duck event is a new email campaign being done. And here's the info. And the landing page probably required. It says yes. So to describe purpose, this can be collaborative, but I'll say the purpose is get ducks enthused and excited to attend. Calls to action is book online or call. This is similar to the email, except the email will be like book online by clicking and it'll take you to the website, which will have a book online button. The landing page needs to be live. Again, this could be collaborative, but let's say it would be the 26th. Any content or images, we would also need duck pics, let's say, and pond pics. Now, confirm all required landing page details received. Not yet, but this is a little glitch in the system that I haven't fully flushed out yet. But we basically will have a need to make sure we have everything ready to make the landing page. But anyhow, so I did that, and then let's see if I get another. I go back to my inbox here. I'll have one from ourselves actually, and then go back to the item. And this one, again, it's reminding me to do something else here. So it says create and attach landing page mockup, and right here. And you notice there's also this thing that says attachments, no files, attach files. That's on every single page that you are working with in this KISSFlow system. This one, in this case, it's attach a file was specifically related to the mock-up of the landing page. So I'm attaching a file here from my computer. I've attached a mock-up that I've done, and it took me out of, I have nothing there to do. And if I go back here, I'm going to pretend that I've seen an email and clicked on it, and it's taken me back into this system. Anyway, so right here, it's trying to get feedback on that landing page mockup. Okay, so let's say I want to see it. Oh, okay, there's a mockup. Normally wouldn't be that bad. It might even be Photoshop mockup, but let's assume that's it. Okay, do I have any feedback? Looks like chicken scratch, but it's okay. I'm gonna say, oh, okay, I approve, right? I can also reject it, and it'll go right back to the other account. Okay, and I still have something here that's needed. And again, this would be an email as well. It says, confirm any necessary content is received in order to create email. Well, let's say I haven't. So I'm going to save this here and then start, it says nothing to save. I want to email outside of this thing. I might want to email to whoever's got the description or the pics or whatever I need. Okay. So let's say that I've done that and I've got what I want. So maybe I say yes, and then create and send an email first draft to all parties involved. And that could be just OIG, or it could be OIG and HFAC. I recommend just OIG at this point because we'll do a final version to HFAC. But anyway, once it's sent, you click that yes. So this is just to say, yes, we've done it. Okay. And there was an error. So this thing has occasional glitches, occasional. Anyway, that worked, right? So there's nothing showing up here in the top thingies there that I need to work on. It just says in progress and participated. So this again is the EEP web page or portal into KISSFlow. Then if I go back to the OIG one, I have 2 input requests. Okay, so this is feedback on the first draft email that was sent. Okay, so I will have received that, let's say, in my regular inbox as a test email. Feedback looks good. Okay, and then we say done. Okay, so that took that out of my work queue that this system is doing for me. And then now it says create landing page and provide URL to view it. So based on that mock-up, we create one online on the dev or staging server. And we put in the URL, whatever. Okay, we say done. And so that, again, took it out of my queue. And let's see what's in the queue of the email coordinator. And we have an input request. same thing that was there a minute ago. And again, there would be an email received that says go here. Okay, send email final draft. Okay, so this is, after everything's done. So just consider, you might have already done it, but the main thing is to say, okay, this step has been completed, right? So send an email final draft. And there's no other input requests. So let's go back here and we'll see if there's some new activities. Looks like there was a bunch of them earlier, but here I'm going to go just to the most recent one, view the item. Okay. So the email final draft would have been received separately. Anyway, tested and ready to move forward. So we're gonna test it for usability and readability, because that's a big deal, especially for mobile. So we test on Android's iPhone 5, 6, 7, 8, and the reason for the 5 is because the 6, 7, 8 in zoomed mode matches the size of an iPhone 5. There's not that many people using iPhone 5s, obviously. Okay. So anyway, issues resolved. We might say font to faint for readability on mobile. So that's a common issue. Got to have dark font and good line height. Okay, and then we'll test it in for spam potential, and that just runs it through some spam test stuff. So, looks okay. Promotions tab. So there's another way to test and see if it might end up in the Google Promotions tab or Gmail Promotions tab. That's that plus the spam. You can't guarantee it, but at least you can try to avoid it. That's one of the reasons we moved to constant contact, because it was less statistically likely that emails from constant contact would end up in the promotions tab. But that changes constantly with time and Google getting better at figuring out what's a promotion. So we'll say looks, tested okay. And the same thing up here. I'll say tested because it's not just looking at it. We'd be testing it with something. So we do that. But you notice we have the font to faint thing, right? So I'm going to just say get clarity, and I'm going to send it to the originator here and say font to faint. Okay, and then I'm going to send it. So that kind of sends it back from me to whoever is doing it. And there's a clarification here. So if I click on the left side, clarifications, yeah. Okay, and it says font to faint. Okay, so I'll say respond after fixing it. Let's say, oops, I should have typed something here. This is what's good about it. It forces me to do the right thing. Okay, so we changed font to darker. RGB number 333333. Let's say. Okay. And respond. It took it out of queue. Go back here. Okay. Go back here. And let's see if we got something new in here. Clarification provided. Very good. Let's go back here. I even said that an email font changed to that new color. Okay. And tested and ready. So let's say yes. And that was yes. Yes. Done. Okay. And now it popped up something here for approval. And it wants me to confirm it's ready for sending to HFAC management for approval to go out. So this would be done by both, let's say, EEP and OIG. And then there's basically saying that, to prove, to make sure there's agreement on both sides that it's ready. Okay. Took it out of my queue. And then it would go for approval by EEP, let's say. I'm saying campaign coordinator. In this case, it's EEP. So you click on approve. Okay. And then it says, okay, that's the next step. And it turns out that the next step, and this would come by email to EEP as well, says send test email to HFAC management for final approval. Confirm. Okay. Yes. So that would be after you've gone into constant contact and click the send test email and put in the address. All right. Now, what's cool is this is in the email now in queue for HFAC, and we have a timer on there. Let's say that that's in progress. We have a timer on it. So if we don't hear from HFAC, we can withdraw and nudge, but we can basically, have a timer that says, hey, HFAC, you didn't respond. This thing will do that automatically. Or you can go back to the in progress and say nudge. I think you can also print the current status here. So we can print, and wait a minute, I wanted to print from, this is Firefox, so it's a worse of a print. So if we go to Chrome, we go to participated. Let's see if that one does it. So there, I could actually print this. And this is good too, because you can see where something is at. And you say, oh, okay, here's the status. And if I zoom in, it might be easier to see. But this is the status of the whole workflow here. So in progress, waiting for HFAC. Okay. HFAC group is, one or more emails within HFAC. But anyway, I can print that if I wanted to, or send it as a PDF to somebody. So let's just say that we're waiting for HFAC, and I have another email here that is logged into what would be the HFAC account. So imagine HFAC gets an email saying, please approve this. And so they will have that test email from Constant Contact, feedback, looks bad. So reject, okay? Looks bad. Please use a better pic of the duck. Okay, and then we just hit that with the rejection. Okay, and that went back to the initiator. Okay, so if the initiator would get an email, and I have now something called rejected. So I go here and go down here, and we have rejection. Okay, let's try and restart. Let's see, what does that do? So we have all this good stuff, and let's go back to the rejected. The question is, why did that reject not allow us to? So it should have said rejected. Let's see if there's anything else. Approval requested, but that was already done. I think that was already approved. Let's see. So I can click on it and see where we're at. And it says no task, so that means there's no approvals waiting. I can go to participated and see status here. So OIG confirmed ready. So looks bad. Use a better picture of the duck. This is actually from HFAC. So we go here. Let's see. This should be here in the, ought to be in the reject queue, but it's not. Why isn't there a reject? I only have the option to restart, and that's ridiculous. Okay. Well, that sucks. So if I restart, makes no sense. I do have all this good stuff. And if I say save, nothing to save, submit. Let's just go through it again. Nothing there, so I would have gotten another email, probably. But let's see, I've got an input request. And let's see if this has the stuff I need. Confirm, yeah, sure. Okay. And input request again. This is going to be the one about uploading a file, which I've already done. You can always look at the file. Okay, done. Okay, that's good. We'll go back here. Let's see if there's something in queue here. So approval. Okay, we have an approve. Okay. And input request. Coordinate, create and send first email. That's done. So it's an input request, but it's really confirming something was done. And this was a in progress, participated, rejected. I still don't know what to do with rejected. Either way, we will have gotten something probably on the email here, which I'm going to just do by refreshing here. Input request, feedback. And I already have feedback, so I'm going to say done. Another input here, create landing page. There's the profile. And that landing page would be put into the email before it goes to HFAC. Let's see if there's another task here. Okay, input request. Okay, send final draft to OIG. Done. So that's going to be having the landing page and everything in it. Okay, and then OIG back to, if this is here, I'm going to refresh that. Input request. Okay, this has still got, you know, the same stuff. So font too faint, we've already dealt with that. And then approvals. So this is one of the approvals. Confirm it's ready for sending. Approve. And then that goes back here to the EEP one. Click here, and it's asking for approval. Now, if I say reject, again, let's see what happens. Nothing. Hit clarity. Cancel. Anyway, I'll say approve. But really, I should be able to reject it and say that something is wrong with it. Anyway, so we have another input request. All right. Send test email. Done. Okay. Open in queue. And I'm going to refresh here. And this is provide input. Okay. That's an approval request. So I say approve. And that actually, I could have clicked that final approval thing. Okay. So that's that. Okay. And we go back here. And we have an input, provide input, which says schedule email to go out. And say, okay, I'm going to get it to go out on the 29th at 4:28 p.m. Done. Confirm email scheduled. Yes. Confirmed. I've done it in constant contacts. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Okay, so we have another input request waiting here. It would have shown an email. And it says just after scheduled send time. So we're going to wait till that, you know, whatever send time before we do anything else. But let's assume that we verified that it sent okay, because we came back in here. Okay, and then it's waiting for another email request. It says 24 hours after sending, generate a report, and we can attach a PDF. But let's cancel that. Let's say note any important takeaways. Potentially high spam report rate. Okay, so there's rates that raise the red flags. But when it's requiring the email to be, excuse me, a report or something to be uploaded. Okay, this is 4 megs, but it went pretty quick. Okay, so done. Okay, right. Okay, input requests. Okay, so EEP feedback. And that's actually a big text thing. So you could look at that too if you wanted to and see what the you know, report says. And this would be like, you know, here's how many people opened it, blah, blah, blah. And typically you'd want to do that after 48, 72 hours. Open rate good, but, and this is opportunities for improvement after we saw this, right? Open rate good, but could be a better percent, trying to achieve 20%. Okay. Actually, let's say it's 15% open rate good, but over there, done. Okay, nothing in queue. So then let's say the next thing is the OIG is going to get something here. Input request. Okay. Doobie-doobie-doo. And input request OIG feedback. Okay. So I say, you know, open rate can be improved with a subject line that starts with a call to action or a verb, let's say. Okay. So no more input request, and actually send an email to get HFAC's input on that. Okay. So what did HFAC feel was an issue? Okay. HFAC feedback. What opportunities for improvement? Need better need more clicks to website and more actually let's click to website is what OIG would be looking at. Need more sales next time there is a big event. Okay. Done. And that's about the whole thing. Let's see if there's any other goodies here. And there's nothing there for EEP. And nothing there. This just says participated. So it's all done. And I believe if we go to this, we can actually print and see everything again. That the whole form, everything that was done, and what, you know, that it was all completed. And that can be just saved away for the next email to refer to with opportunities for improvement, et cetera, et cetera. Fine. And that is it.